is it. Day 3 of the big one. That is the breakoff from Tony T-Rex Chohan in this first game.
2014, right? Senior.
The score is 20-14, and it's day 3. How you doing, Jay Helfert?
Well, I got a good night's rest. I was a little tired yesterday. I feel better today.
Good, good.
The important thing is, how does Dennis feel?
Well, he has been kind of poker-faced all morning, and he's been practicing a lot. Haven't really had much chance to talk to him, and I kind of been letting him be. You know what I mean?
Look at this. Look at this. He opens. He's got a shot at his pocket to open. I didn't realize.
Wow.
And Tony broke those balls, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. That was Tony's break.
Boy,
so this is it.
That's a
Game
serious
1.
error there.
Yeah, game 1, and in the first inning, we already got a point here.
That'll give you. It looks like he's going to get a few points here. What I was going to say, Daniel, is that this is the key day. This is for Dennis. He cannot be behind 6 games going into day 4.
No.
He's got to cut this lead to maybe 2 or 3 games. I think the maximum he could be behind going into day 4 is 4 games. If he's 5 games behind, he's dead in the water. So he needs to come up with something. He needs to close the gap.
He's coming up with it right now. We just had an interview with Omar Kang, Tony's cousin.
Right.
And his prediction was that he thinks today's going to be even, about 10-10.
Well, if that's the case, then Dennis is in big trouble.
Yeah.
If it ends up that way. That's my prediction. And Amar is a pretty astute observer.
I couldn't agree with you more, you know. So let's see. You know, we've seen strange things happen in matches like this and swings, but I'll have to say Tony has been very focused and level-headed.
I don't know if you know, but Amar and Tony went on the road a couple times. I'm going back over 10 years ago.
Yeah.
They cleaned out whole swaths of the United States.
I know, and Amar was being humble because I was prodding him about that. I wanted him to tell a couple of stories, but we didn't have a lot of time. And
I wish I could have talked to him. I'd get it out of him.
He said he's going to join us a little later.
Good. I'll probably take a break after a while here, make everybody happy, and you'll get rid of me. He's high there on that one.
Yeah, he is. Tony will probably see. The first thing he'll look up is this 6-12 combo.
That's a real tough combo. I don't think he wants to take that one on.
It's there, though.
Who knows?
You know?
Well, he's got the right angle on the 6 ball. You're right about that. Dennis made 3 balls. Not a big run considering he had an open table. That's been one of the things where Dennis has failed. We're used to seeing Dennis run 7 or 8 balls when he has an open table. And what he's doing here, what I've seen the last 2 days, when he has an open table, he runs 2 or 3 balls. He's shooting it. Boy, you called that one.
I'm telling you, Tony's getting a little bit easier for me to call now.
Well, I'll tell you what.
That was a beautiful shot.
He hit that shot perfectly. But like I said, he had the perfect angle on the 6 ball. It's not getting any easier, but Tony's been making all these kind of shots too. Big shot right here.
Oh,
woo!
He's off there.
A little bit out of whack on that one.
Well, you know, we have what's known as first game jitters, even though these guys have been warming up quite a bit. But
I'm going to tell you something. That 1 ball, which Dennis has not looked at, is actually a big ball to kick at. It's only about a 1/4 inch off the rail. It's actually a big ball to kick at, and if you should get it make it or get it close to your pocket, the 6 is good too. But
I don't think he should hurry because he also has a way to protect that ball now. The 6 ball.
Well, yeah, he can shoot the 3 and send the cue ball all the way up table. But I like just putting the cue ball behind the pack where you can't reach it. You know, ideally you shoot the 3 in the side and you put the cue ball right on the side rail. Well, when you put that cue ball on the rail, there's not a lot you can do with it.
Well, there is. He can come off the top of the 1. So I mean, this is almost like inviting Tony to play a good defensive shot, which is an easy defensive shot. So in
You
a
mean
way,
cross the 3 ball then.
well, after this cue ball lands at the side rail,
That's not what he's shooting though. He's digging into
doing
that
something
3
else.
ball.
He's banking the 13, I think.
Come on, Dennis. What are you doing, man?
He's banking the 13, Jay. Yeah.
Oh, well, you know what? He played position to hold the cue ball off the 3. It could have been a disaster. I'll tell you what. Tony may bank the 3 ball here. He may bank the free 3 ball. Like I said, I like kicking at the 1 ball, and Dennis never considered it. He didn't hit that ball bad. He'd have liked to have missed the 1 there and had the 9 continue closer to the pocket, or the 13. Forgive me if I can't see all these stripes clearly, but maybe I'll just say the stripe or the solid.
Now that is the 13, 1, and 6 down there, yeah.
I need my glasses.
You can borrow mine.
No, I'm okay. Tony's going to take a look at this 3 ball, I promise you, because he can slide the cue ball to the left where Dennis will not shoot that 6 ball.
Yeah, he'll kill the cue ball. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, like low left. Now he's thinking about kicking 2 rails behind these balls. This is a great shot if you execute it properly, and if you don't execute it properly, it's... Oh, wow. Look at this. He found a dead one.
How did he do that?
I didn't see it. You didn't see it. Only Efren saw that, and Tony. That's
wow.
You know what? That reminds me of Efren. Efren would shoot shots that none of us saw.
Yeah.
Pretty nice opening shot right there.
Yeah, he's definitely Efren-esque.
Look at how creative it is. Watch this shot. Oh, my God. You know, he played the billiard to make that combination.
Another astounding shot.
He made 2 trick shots, just back to back.
You know, and this is, you know what this means? That first shot to open with that 9 ball, it just means that Dennis is going to have to look harder at that stack before he shoots anything. You know what I'm saying? Because
he changed the pack when he shot that bank on the 9 ball. The back did move
on the 13. He did change it. He came off of it.
Well,
no, he came off of the 1.
You're right.
He didn't touch the
13 was not in the pack.
He didn't touch the stack at all.
He didn't. You're right.
Dennis is going to have to look harder at that stack.
Well, I'm not so sure Dennis can read the stack as well as Tony.
Well, if he's illiterate, he better go to school now. He's in the second grade.
Well, he's not illiterate.
He's in the second grade compared to Tony.
Tony's got a PhD. Tony's got a PhD in one pocket, and Dennis has a bachelor's degree. Okay, that's my analogy. Dennis is educated in one pocket, but he doesn't have the knowledge that Tony does. Tony wanted to hit that ball off the bottom of the pack.
Yeah.
He wanted it to rub off the 2 ball.
He's left a 2-railer on the 6. I don't think Dennis will take that on.
Well, so far he hasn't even considered it. You can see by his, but now he's going to. He hasn't thought about it yet. You see, this is where Dennis does not have that master's or PhD degree. Any top one pocket player, a knowledgeable player, would look at the 2-railer just to see the possibility what you can do, because it is a good 2-railer. You've got to control the cue ball though, and you're going to leave a shot at the 5. But if you put the 6 in front of the pocket, it makes it very hard for Tony to shoot the 5.
Yes, makes it hard for him to shoot at anything.
You see,
he's also got this 10 ball is not a bad shot either, but he might just freeze under the. Yeah, he's just going to freeze.
Well.
That doesn't do much because there's nothing at Dennis's hole.
Dennis is not going to get to heaven that way. He's got to come with something better. He needs to, take the offense and make shots when he has them.
I mean, just
if he parries
simply
that,
put, it was the wrong time to shoot that shot.
Well, if he tries getting into a moving game back and forth with Tony, he's going to finish second best most of the time. This guy will outmove him. I can see that. I've seen that already. A lot of people ask me, what do I think about this match? I said, Tony's game is not going to change. I said he's going to play the same way today and tomorrow. I said for Dennis to win this match, he's got to up his game somehow. He's going to have to play better than he's played the first 2 days. He can't. Somebody said, well, if Dennis plays better, Tony will wilt. I don't think Tony's going to wilt at all. Dennis has got his hands full. If they keep trading games, he's going to be in trouble come day 4.
Well, let's see. Bank on the 3. I don't like it. I mean, if he can bring his cue ball forward enough to prevent Tony from banking to prevent Tony from shooting the 5.
That's it. You got it. Now the other option is draw the cue ball back to the end rail. It's real hard to shoot the 5 if your cue ball's on the end rail.
Right, but if I'm playing Tony, I'm scared to leave him anything.
Well, here's the way you stop a guy like
just
Tony.
Dead
here's
afraid
the way
to
you
trap
stop
him.
a guy.
You mean?
Here's the way you stop a guy like Tony. You keep shooting good shots, and you put that 3 ball in front of your hole.
He
can't
ain't shooting the 5. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
If you put the 3 in front of your hole and put the cue ball back there within an inch of the end rail, he ain't shooting the 5. He's trying to clear the 3. So you got to play good. Basically, you got to play good all the way. And when you take a shot on, you better hit it good. Oh, by the way, somebody asked on AZ Billiards before I came over here, what kind of crowds do we get? And I said, well, there's not many people here in the afternoon, but last night it was packed. Maybe, but packed here around the arena, you're talking maybe 60, 70 people. That's about how much the room there is for people to watch here. There's pretty good seating for the first 30 or 40 people that get here. There's good seating all the way around. After that is standing room only behind them. I'm lucky Daniel saved me a good seat.
That's right, buddy. I'm glad you came up. Did you go to the auto mall last night after this?
No. We were tired, man. We missed that little rally. That
I know you have other reasons for being up here.
Shush. Keep it down. See, now, after all this debating, he's going to, well, he.
That's a good shot.
Yes, it is.
He played a good cue ball.
He went forward. I think you said that. I said get the cue ball back to the end rail, but I like your idea better.
Well, if he was able to get it there, that's good.
Tony may be able. Yeah, Tony can kick behind the 3 ball, but does he really want to kick behind it because where the 13 is, the 13's in play, and if he kicks behind it, kicks it towards his pocket.
He's looking at it.
Yeah.
He's kicking to hit the bottom rail and then come off the 13.
Here's a shot. Here's a shot that it's all about execution.
Well, he wants to put the ball back in the stack, the cue ball.
It's all about execution here.
Oh, you see that?
You're right, though. He was trying to come around with the cue ball and put it in the stack. Dennis has a good shot on the 3 ball here. These are the kind of shots that when he played Scott Frost, he was banking them right in and running balls. Because, see, if you can bank the 3 in, you can shoot the 5, you can shoot the 13. Not a rush. Let's see how close he comes on this one. This is like a shot that will win the game if you make it good. Looks like he hit the... yeah. Well, if you're going to miss, that's a good place to miss. But look at the damage he could have done if that ball would have dropped. He'd have got 3 for sure, and he might have won the game.
Tony's blasting.
Well, he's going to hit the bottom rail, come across the 3 ball, and knock it out. Put the cue ball in the pack, probably. Let's see.
No, he's going to try to make the 13 off of this.
Wow.
Yeah. See, he knows those shots.
Yeah, I could tell.
He knows those shots. I'm starting to get his game a little more.
As Tang Ho, my friend Tang Ho would say, your friend too, that's way upstairs.
Upstairs.
Thank you, Tang.
Yeah.
Wherever you
Love
are.
Tang Ho. Hope we see you at Hard Times this weekend.
You might see.
And I want to stick you in the box a little bit, too. Maybe with Dave Hema. Those guys are great together doing commentary, Jay.
I'll come down and see you, too.
Yeah, please do.
Probably on Sunday, because I'm not going home till Saturday.
Cross on the 10.
No, he's banking it. Yeah. Ooh, he didn't want to hit the point.
Oh, now this
You
is
and I know Tony will shoot this ball.
This
he
is a
cuts
free
these
shot
balls
to
so
him,
good.
yeah.
For most mere mortals, this is a very hard cut shot. For Tony Chohan, it's like 50-50. And especially because, now I'll tell you how strong this shot is. If he makes it, he'll probably win the game because he's going to get some balls. He's going to hit it just pocket speed, right, just pocket speed like that. Well, he took the upper hand in the game. He turned it around. Dennis had the advantage, but no more.
Yeah, if I were him, I might just slide that 9 under the 10, let the 10 move up table a little, and try to hold the cue ball under the 5. Something similar to that, you know?
That's not what he's looking at. He's looking at shooting the 5 into the 10.
He wants to play some kind of a, he's takeout?
See, this is a Tony Chohan shot, except
Wow.
Dennis didn't hit it as good.
That was a good takeout.
He wanted to hit that ball into the 13, so the 13 moved.
I'd give him
the
1 thumbs up for that.
Yeah.
I need a thumbs up from you, though.
No, it's not good enough because see where the 2 ball is? That was, he wanted to bank that ball into the 13 and move the 13 close to his hole. That would have put pressure on Tony. And I'll tell you what, if the roles were reversed there, Tony would have hit it better. Tony would have hit it better. Jesus, can I have water? Not in a rush. This is kind of an awkward bank. Do you cross it? Do you stiff it? He'd like to get this ball under the 13 and have it slide in the pocket. Oh, how about just making it? He actually shortened that ball up. I think this 13 ball bank, if Dennis can hit it good. I'd like to see him shoot it without taking 2 minutes.
This bank is...
I mean, every time he thinks long, the shot doesn't come off.
I know. We could read a whole chapter of like your book in between times he shoots.
No, watch. He's going to look at this for a minute or two, and then he's going to shoot it anyway.
So should we start with chapter 1? We'll do some Pool Wars excerpts in between shots.
You see, all that tells me this was terrible. He hit that ball terrible.
Well, he shouldn't have hit it that firm. I don't think he should have.
He should have hit it better. How's that? He should have hit it a little bit better.
I think he could have played for the 4 ball and not for the 2 ball.
No, he shot the right shot. Daniel, the problem is he's indecisive. When you see him look at that shot and then get up and walk around for 30 seconds and look at it some more before he shoots it, that's indecisiveness.
Yeah, well, now he's got to see how he can chop some wood here because Tony's taken away the ball's over near his hole. So
Dennis is still ahead 4-3 this game, but he's had opportunities to do things and has not taken full advantage, that's for sure. This is not his A game we're seeing. I'd give him like a B- or a C+ on how he's played so far. Whereas Tony, I'd give him anywhere from an A- to an A+ based on his game for the first 2 days. Dennis is looking for something that's not there. You gotta This is where he got in trouble before. You know, when he tries to play safeties into the cluster of balls that are all in play, every time he's done that, he's got in trouble. Every time he's done that, he's got in trouble. He's got safeties up table. like those two balls up there, the 2 and the 15, whatever those that solid in the stripe up there. He can play off those balls. You know, once in a while, you just got to play safe. You can't take an offensive shot when there isn't one.
Well,
there.
that's one thing I've noticed is Dennis is always trying to get balls to his hole, always. And you know what? This is not a game of always. You know, it's you just don't do that.
Here he goes. See, after all that hesitation, he should have hit that harder. Look at where that ball's going. He should have hit that one a little harder, and he knows that. He's staring at it and saying, wait a second, if I'd have hit that harder, it'd be in front of my hole. That's his uncertainty.
Well, there's a couple balls up table that could serve as good bank shots for Dennis down the line.
If he ever gets to him.
And the 5 ball could work out for Tony as a good bank.
Let me tell you something. If Tony ever makes one shot, this game might be over. It's like Tony is just biding his time here, waiting for his opportunity. You see, that was his plan. Look what he did. He put 2 balls near, kind of in play for his pocket, and look where the cue ball is.
Yeah, he's played good cue ball here.
Nice shot. Well, he's been playing good cue ball for 2 days. He's put Dennis on the end rail so many times. Dennis could sleep up there. Dennis could move his chair up to that end of the table. He wouldn't have as far to walk.
There is a chair up there, you know.
Yeah, well.
Well, I don't know. Let's see, what do you do? Do you come
Well, you could come across the 2 ball.
Well, I was thinking come across the 11, but that's just shoot the 4 and.
That 2 ball will bank towards his hole.
Oh, look. Wow! Wow!
Good for him. Good for him. I think he can see that ball.
That's probably one of the prettiest shots I've seen him play this whole match.
You see that combination there? It's off angle. But if you get the cue ball right back in the same spot again, it's an easy combination. Let's see what he does, though. Well, that's not where he wanted to be, I promise you. Now he's got to bank this ball off the end rail. He'll probably bank the 2 ball because the 6 is on the rail. If he could have got behind those 3 balls, he could have won the game. Dennis is just not running balls well. Looks like he's shooting a 6. I guess it's off the rail a little bit, yeah. Looks good, though.
Yeah, that's good.
He's going to bank.
So
he shoot the combination this
He's
time?
playing for 1. I think the 8 is not available.
No, I don't know about that 8.
So you have to shoot this with some pace to move the 8 back up table.
Well,
but he's playing for 1 ball, guys.
If the 8 passes, he'll shoot it. I'm not so sure I'd shoot at those balls. Why not? Why not just bank that 5 ball up in front of your hole and leave the cue ball right on the end rail? Here, you better make the ball. He's shooting this combination. He's got a perfect angle. He made it.
That was a nice shot. Good shot. Well, so Dennis takes game 1.
Well, we're here at California Billiards in Fremont, California.
July 13th.
Brand new room. Brand new room. Beautiful place. I highly recommend if you're in the Bay Area, come visit this room. Well, that's a weird break. It turned out good, though. We're actually just north of San Jose and in the southern part of Fremont.
Yep, the kitchen's open, the bar's flowing, the water's flowing. And the score is 20-15. Dennis Orcollo trails by 5 games now.
Can Dennis's B game beat Tony Chohan's A game? I don't think I've seen Dennis's A game yet. And I've watched off and on. I mean, yesterday I was here for most of the match yesterday, and I watched a good part of it at home the first day.
Yeah.
The first day he just looked like he was totally uncomfortable. I think little by little Dennis is getting the feel of this table.
So Dennis is standing at his hole, for those who are wondering, and he's trying to figure out a way to. He's thinking about this cross on the 5, which I don't know if I like that shot.
Can he see the 14?
He could actually.
There is things he can do if he goes up table. Of course, the 6 ball is in play, but once again, you see where the 6 ball is?
Yeah.
If he puts Tony dead straight on that 6 ball on the end rail, Tony cannot shoot it.
How about this shot, Jay?
Yeah.
Okay, so you see the 4 ball? 4 ball right here. He could shoot shoot that into the 6. Send the 6 up table a little bit. And leave his cue ball like between the second and third diamond.
For safety, it's okay.
You know, and that maybe it'll bring the 4 a little further down table. I like this shot too, except that he's got to get very good cue ball. Doesn't want to leave Tony any banks.
Daniel, you see the difference between these two players? Tony would have shot 2 minutes ago.
Yeah.
He's shooting your shot.
No, he's shooting the 12.
Oh, no. Yeah.
Similar shot.
Actually, he hit that ball pretty good, but I think there's a window here where Tony could bank this ball.
I think
if he can bank the 12, it's a wide open bank.
I'll take a look at the other angle, but I'm not sure he can.
Can he see the whole ball?
I don't think so.
Yeah, he's looking at it for a long time, so it's
so.
questionable. He keeps staring at it. He's got to be careful with his bank. He wants to hit it with a flat cue ball, because if he uses any left English, he could go up above the 3.
Well, the thing is here is he's looking offensively because it's, let's face it, it's very difficult when you play this caliber of player. Very difficult to play a defensive shot this early in the game with all these balls the way they are.
Well, he could also cross that 12 ball, bank it into the 9 ball, and hide the cue ball behind those 2 balls on the end rail. That's the other possibility if he can't see enough.
Oh, cross the 12, yeah. He might be playing. No, he's shooting at the 9. Blast off into those 2 balls. No,
he's not. He's just playing a safety.
Yeah. So I have to say, though, when it comes to this stage of the game, I don't really care who's breaking. I tend to favor Tony because he just knows more, and he does more.
I agree. He moved. Look at Dennis. Over and over again, he looks stymied.
Well, precisely. He's learning. He hasn't played someone. Well, he's played Tony before, but a session like this, this is where you really get to see someone's true colors.
It just
for this kind of stake,
I don't think I've ever seen Dennis play a big money match where he looks quite as disoriented. He usually plays with confidence, and Tony has sucked all that confidence out of him. It's like Dennis doesn't want to shoot anything. He could just come off the bottom of the 3 and slide the cue ball over to the side rail. He could. He could shoot the 2 and play safe.
Yeah, I don't like that because I think you gotta somehow try to lock him up.
It's terrible. That was a terrible shot.
15 ball. What? Say bye-bye.
He took all that time and came up
short
with an amateur shot. I mean, I love Dennis Orcollo, but man, That I give him a D- on that shot, and he should get an F.
I also want to wish a happy belated birthday to John Henderson, J.R. Hendy, and thank you for your birthday wishes to me in onepocket.org.
Another cancer.
Another cancer, yeah. 15 ball, say.
Ooh, I thought it was going. Well, because of that error on the last shot by Dennis Orcollo,
he's in big trouble
Tony has
now.
taken charge of this game. I mean, that last shot baffles me.
This was Dennis's break.
He stood there and looked at it for 2 minutes, and then he came up with a mistake. I mean, damn you got to call a spade a spade. Now he needs to find a way to make this ball, or it's going to cost him several balls.
He's trying to think of going
slide off the 5. Well, it'll work if you hit it.
How about this? Fight fire with fire, Jay.
Mm-hmm.
Play the 5 and billiard the 11 in the corner. That shot is there.
I don't like that shot, not from that distance. You can have that shot all day.
Tony would shoot that shot all day.
I don't think so. Not quite. It's not quite right for that.
Yes, I have. Yeah, the gimbal. Yeah, for the iPhone. Sure.
He's just trying to make the ball.
Thank you.
And he missed it.
Yeah, I didn't like that shot.
All he's got to do is slide off the 5 with inside English and slide across the table, and he missed that ball by 2 inches. Tony's going to charge him. Tony is going to charge him.
Yeah, he's going to get taxed.
He looks like he wants to get up above the 2 ball, which
he could play it rail first and slide around for the 9 ball. You see the 9 and the 14 there? He's doing it rail first.
Yeah.
9 ball. Come up even higher.
He doesn't care if he comes all the way around. Remember the 2 balls there.
All right. He's a little bit straight here.
All he did just now was open up 3 more balls. He's pretty straight, but he can draw straight back up the table. And if one side or the other, he can shoot that 14 by the side pocket or shoot the other strike ball.
He's using a bridge, which
makes it a little bit harder. Ooh,
end of run.
Didn't get there.
End of run. Unless he's
Yeah, he
he's
ain't
mad.
Too happy about
he's
that.
upset.
Wow, Tony.
I really ought to ask him to be careful with our equipment. That's.
Yeah, that's a $5 bridge.
Hey, that's the interlocking bridge right there, buddy. Those things.
Oh, I didn't see that.
You don't see those bridges at every pool
okay,
hall.
I take it all back. Boy. So.
What do you think? 13 off the 7. You think he'll do that?
I don't know. Tony comes up with all kinds. It looks like he's taking aim at that. The billiard, 13 off the 7.
Yeah.
Well, see, it's a safe shot. Watch this, because he can control the cue ball.
He'll just blammo.
I don't think it's slammo. It's about medium speed. Wow, you're right. Look at this.
Made the 4
He made
instead.
another ball. He made the second ball. So he actually wasn't playing the 13. He was playing that second ball. Again, that's something hard for us to see, but you notice Tony's made every one of those shots he's taken. That was a bank that really wouldn't go, I don't think. What happened there? Let's see. Sorry, Tony. Tony just told me, hold it down, dude. I didn't realize I was talking that loud. Give me a black mark on my record.
Jay's coming. Bring the acoustic foam.
I want you to know.
It's easy to.
I've been warned many
It's a false
times.
sense of security.
I've been warned many times. The only way to keep me safe is they put me in a locked up booth. I've been there too. Well, Dennis was fortunate there that he didn't lose the game on that turn. Because if Tony could have got the right angle on that 2 and got behind the balls, he had him all he needed out in the open.
Yeah. Tony has 3. The balls are wide open. Now, this is actually where I start to want to favor Dennis a little, because Dennis now has a little bit of room to move, and that he kind of likes that.
Yeah, but
he doesn't like being in the balls the way he is.
Look at this body language. You like that?
I don't know what's wrong here. You just shoot this.
Yeah,
2 rails, and you move the 7 away.
I'll tell you what's wrong. He's lacking in confidence. That's what's wrong. He could bank the 5 towards the 3 and slide the cue ball over to the left. It's a possible shot.
No, get that 11 out of there. Get that 11 out of there.
Well,
shoot it 2 rails and bump the 4 away as well. You get rid of 2 balls in one shot.
You can leave the 4 to block you. You can leave the 4 as a blocker. If you shoot under it.
Yeah, he could cross it. Just cross it slowly. That's not a bad shot
now
either,
he's
Jay.
Shooting the 4. Now he's shooting
I don't like it.
I'm with you. I'd rather take the 11, but
no.
Again, all that is a delaying tactic. He hasn't enhanced his position at all by doing that.
Tony has gotten into his head. That's the only thing I can tell you, because we're talking about a guy that goes higher than anybody else in any Calcutta all across America. Dennis Orcollo has been going for more than anyone.
He's been a dominant player.
A lot of people say Dennis isn't a one-pocket player, but my only explanation is that Tony's in his head big time.
I think you kind of hit the nail on the head
because he's
there.
playing a lot of the wrong shots I'm seeing. I mean, maybe you guys in the chat room or the audience disagree, but
he could kick this ball. He could kick this 11 ball to his pocket. That's a big ball.
I don't like that shot. I don't like
that's
that
what he's
shot.
shooting.
That's just inviting.
It's not bad if you make it.
It's terrible if you miss it, Jay. Come on.
Not necessarily.
It's worth 1 ball.
Yeah. Well, he needs to.
Do you want to play some later?
He needs to make a ball. You don't want to play me, I promise you.
No.
You may think you do.
If I can get the bet high enough, I'll play you.
You can't get the bet high enough for me.
That's probably why I don't want to play you.
I love
that
you, Daniel.
kick is a terrible kick. I mean, 4 out of 5 dentists will tell you that.
Are you a dentist? I've seen Dennis play many times where he took a while on each shot, but he was basically studying the table and picking out the right shot. This is entirely different. He's taking a long time because he just has uncertainty about where to go and what to do. You're absolutely right. Tony has gotten into his head in this match.
Yeah. We also have to remember a lot of people have theorized that the slow play from Dennis is a tactic. I know. I smell garlic.
Yeah, do you smell?
I do.
Where is
it's like garlic. I think a plate walked by and.
Oh my God. That's a little bit overwhelming, that garlic smell. If I was in a poker game right now, I'd leave the table. What is that? Ay, ay, ay. And how far away? They're 10 feet away. They're like. I need it.
Anyway,
yeah.
What I was saying is that people have said that Dennis slow plays as a tactic.
No way. No way. I totally disagree with that. He's slow playing because he's a little bit lost.
Well, maybe in this game, but I'm saying in other matches, like they've said that he slow plays.
Well, I've seen a lot of people criticize him for playing slow play. When I watch him, and all he's doing is analyzing the table and picking out the shot in the right way. He's walking around the table with some confidence. This is a whole different body language here. I know this guy. I know this guy's game probably as good as anyone.
Yeah.
And
he's going to go for your shot.
That's not my shot. That's his shot.
No, this is your shot in the last inning, sir.
Well, you know what? He ain't going for it. I think he should shoot it.
Yes, we're live. It's July 13th.
That's a free ball. It's not Friday the 13th, is it? It's Thursday the 13th.
Thursday the 13th.
Okay. Well, that's a good day then.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, they ain't messing around when they say garlic French fries.
Boy, I tell you, I forgot they had the garlic French fries here. Uh-oh, here we go. Stiff the 3 in the corner.
Well, ooh. He had that cue ball buried down there in front of the corner pocket, and it just slid in. Now, what will Dennis do? You see it, he's got ball in hand. He's got all the balls he needs out in the open. Can he pull off a traditional Dennis Orcollo run out, which we've seen very little of in 2 days?
Well, I have to say it's hard to do that when you've been playing safety after inning after inning, and you know, you haven't had a chance to open up your arm. That was a 2-railer right there.
Well, he made the first one.
Nice bank, Dennis.
He made the first one. This one's a little tighter fit past the 3. Now he's got to draw off the 3, find a way to get around this ball. Don't hit that ball on the bottom rail. Yeah, that's good. He's good. So far, so good. He got 3 balls.
He's playing for 5 now. He's tied up with Tony. This is the second game of today's installment of the big one.
Yeah, he's thinking about it. Watch out for that side pocket if you draw the ball. Let's see if he goes forward. No, he's drawing the ball. That 6 ball is a... Yeah, good. He missed the side pocket. He got perfect position. He got 4. He needs like 2 runouts, 3 runouts like this to get some confidence.
Well, you know, in order for... By the way, my disclaimer, I have no bias. I have no horse in this race. But, you know, what you're looking at is a man who's kind of down right now, down 5 games. And in order for him to... there's an exchange of power that needs to take place if Dennis is going to maintain this consistent kind of winning of games. That exchange of power has to do with, you know, right now you see that Tony's in Dennis's head. That needs to shift. It needs to go back to where Tony now starts to doubt whether or not he can beat this guy.
Well, the only way it's going to happen is Dennis has got to play good. That's the only thing that'll ever put any doubt in Tony's head, is if Dennis starts playing his A game. And as long as Dennis is playing his B game, Tony's going to be playing with confidence.
Well, yeah. Well, that's the level of confidence that we have not seen any change in since the beginning of this match 3 days ago.
Cross bank here for the game.
He might just stiff it, and he actually needs 2.
He needs 2?
Oh, he needed 2.
I don't think so.
Okay, all right.
Well, Tony's taking a break. This is as close as Dennis has been since the beginning of day 1. He hasn't been within 4 games before, has he?
Well, when it was 2-0, he was down 2 games.
Yeah, no, that's what I said. Since the beginning of the first
yeah,
day,
no,
I'm
just kidding around.
Where are those garlic French fries?
Where are those garlic French fries? Jay now wants to just try one.
I see him. I'm going to pay that guy to move away.
Yeah, no kidding, man. Yeah, you can. Did you write? I don't think I got a chance to read more Pool Wars yet. Do you have any copies of your book here too?
I do.
Okay.
I may have one with your name on it.
You're a little. No, I think I bought one from you.
Oh,
when I went to your house.
Oh,
I think he did sell me one. It's just in my It's in my stack of things to do. But what I was going to ask you about is, did you talk?
It was real important, Geraldine. He's had it for months.
No, I'm sorry, I didn't read.
I gave it to him like last year.
Sorry, I didn't read the book yet. No, it wasn't last year. It was when. Shut up!
It was when you were a year younger.
Okay.
It's okay.
I was going to ask you though. In that book, More Pool Wars, did you talk about the rooms you owned? That's what I was going to ask
not
you
very
about.
much. I'll tell you what I did in that book. There's about a dozen-page section that's all the ins and outs of opening a pool room. And it's really a primer on how to open a successful pool room.
Oh, really?
That's a very important part of the book towards the back of the book.
That's valuable information, especially in this day and
Believe
age.
me, if you read that, you'll say,
Okay, so here we are now. It is Game 3 today of Day 3, the big one. I'm sitting here with Jay Helfert, and this is Daniel Busch with POVPOOL, and we've got Geraldine Thibodeau chilling out with us, moderating the chat room, and making sure that all you viewers have a link to watch this.
you know, this is not the best break. Dennis can do something with this. I think it's the 7 ball there. He can cross bank it. He's got to be a little bit careful, but let's see how he hits it. He didn't hit it bad. Because let me tell you something. If he'd have tried to bank that ball in the pocket, he might have double kissed it, which would have been costly.
You know, Wayne Pullen in the chat room, he brings up a very good point, and that is, although we are criticizing Dennis for these bad shots, these bad decisions, you know, it's just occurred to me now that Wayne brings it up that Dennis has actually won 6 of the last 7 games.
Yep. Thank you, Wayne, for pointing that out.
No, it's actually very important because, you know, although you may see him frustrated and playing a lot of weird shots that I wouldn't have shot, he has won these games.
Well, like the last game, for instance, he won that game because Tony made a critical error and scratched and gave Dennis ball in hand with an open table. This is the kind of thing, the kind of rally that can give Dennis some confidence. But as you recall, there were 2 times before where Dennis won 4 games in a row and Tony won them right back. So let's see. Let's see what Tony does. He just made a good shot on crossing that 3 ball and bringing it in front of the pocket. Let's see how good how good a job Dennis does clearing this ball out. This is a pretty basic shot, really. But
he might just make it, though.
No. You got to get that ball out of there. Oh, well.
Yeah, see, I don't mind.
So much for my idea.
I don't mind him making that because he really doesn't know what the ball's going to do after he takes it out.
Well,
it's hard to control.
There was a way to take it out, but that's okay. I mean, he wanted to stick the cue ball under that 2 ball and really bury Tony. You see, Tony has got room to operate here. At least he has some. If that cue ball was under the 2 ball, Tony would have almost nowhere to go.
Is he crossing this? Wow, this would be a hell of a shot if he makes this.
By the way, in case anybody doesn't know, the guy you just referred to, Wayne Pullen, is an excellent one-pocket player, one of the best in Los Angeles. Geraldine just said, I'd argue that he is the best in L.A.
Yeah, of current active players, I would concur. You know, there are, you know, I would say top 5 in LA right now would be Frank Almanza, Wayne Pullen.
What about Tall Phil?
Phil Missen's a good player.
Yeah.
He's a little wild. He needs to either.
One Pocket Rich is not playing anymore.
Yeah. But I love Phil. Phil's a great guy. It's just you know, I like Phil Missen. He'll step up to anybody, play them even. He'll play Shane, Boosty, doesn't matter.
See, the body language for Dennis is a little different now. He's not slumping over the table. He's trying to figure out what he wants to do here. He wants to make this 14 ball. Wouldn't that be nice? But it would have been nice, but it didn't happen. Fortunately, he knocked the 7 out. Unfortunately, Tony's got this nice bank on the 14 where he can do all kinds of things that will be damaging to Dennis.
He'll probably play this to come across the bottom of the 4.
You got it right. You got it right.
No, he just wanted to get it over there, I guess. Santos Sambajon, one of the best as well.
Yeah. Parika used to be, but have you seen Parika? Has he been active at all?
The only tournament that I have seen him play recently is the Chuck Markoulis. He played last year.
Oh, okay.
So I think he still makes an appearance for that particular tournament.
Yeah.
Outside of that, he's kind of retired.
Well, he had a pretty good career. I mean, he was only one of the best of all time.
Yeah.
If there was a guy that belongs in the Hall of Fame, it's him. I mean, nobody would play him 9-ball or 10-ball for about 20 years, that's all. And I mean nobody. You can go on the chat and come up with a name, and I'll tell you, they ducked Parika.
I don't know what's happening here.
Well, what's happening is Dennis has got a problem. Tony's got 2 balls near his pocket, and he's got the pack in between those balls and the cue ball.
Yeah,
and Dennis is in that lean mode where he leans against the table and says, "What do I do now?"
Well, I was being facetious, Jay.
Yeah.
I know what's happening, but
okay.
don't really.
You got me. Dennis he took a look. He said, "Can I kick behind the 2?" That's not a good idea.
I just got a $5 super chat from Lock Win saying, Daniel, can you tell my buddy Tam to give me the $10 he aired me on a ring game and give a shout out to my dad, Lay Win.
What?
Shout out to your dad, Lay Win.
Oh, so if he gets the $10, he owes you $5? He's supposed to pay you $5 just for saying that.
He did. It was a
wow.
$5 super chat.
All right. Oh, okay. Hey, well, let me super chat me, but I want like a $50 super chat. See that shot?
That was like the worst shot I've seen all year.
Well, it's the worst shot since 2 games ago.
It's a bad shot. It's a bad shot.
It's
and you know,
I mean, I don't know what he was thinking
Dennis
there.
will agree. I mean, look, I love
Rail
Tony.
First,
I love
he
Dennis.
wants to go around the balls. A little bit slow there. He's a little bit slow there. But I think he's got a combination. Yeah, he's got that. See those 2 stripe balls? It looks like 13, 11. Look, he's lining them up. He hasn't missed one of these yet. So I don't expect him to miss this one either. And watch what happens if he makes it. He's going to open up more balls.
He could be out from here.
Well, he's going to have to play. He can cut this 11 ball, or he can play that combination. I think he's going to go for the 11 first. Yeah. But I'll tell you what, if he makes this 11 and gets around up above those balls, everything's groovy. Wow. Good shot. Good shot.
Uh-oh. He
didn't
snooker
get above
himself?
the balls. He fell a little short.
I don't know.
He can see the one. Thank God. He babied that ball. He got really fortunate. A 1/4 inch less and he'd have no shot.
Well, he almost overcut it too. I noticed that.
Yeah. He almost overcut it. He didn't hit it quite. See, if he'd hit the ball a little bit further, the cue ball would have gone up higher.
Probably play out to hit the 9 or come above the 4 and hit the 5.
He wants to make that ball, and he
hit
did.
the
He's
9.
okay now. He's good now. He doesn't care. He made one for Dennis. He's got 2 balls to get behind here, those 2 stripes. Looks like the 12 and the 10. Spin a little bit.
10's available. It looks like it isn't from this angle, but
no, he can make the 10.
I think it's fine. He should be out from here. The only hard part of this shot is...
How many has he made already? Is that 4 or 5?
He's on 5 now. He needs 3. So the 4 and the 15 are lined up with each other, but the way his cue ball would hit, he could end up at the top rail. So I think he'll probably play this 2 rails to play for the 7 next.
I'm not so sure. He may go back and forth and shoot the 15 next.
It might be the 7 or those 2 balls along the side rail.
Oh, you're right. He went up above.
Yeah, well, you see there's a snooker there, so...
Daniel, you know so much about one pocket. I think I'm going to retract my offer to you.
He's playing for the 15, though. He did get a shot at the 15. What offer was that? You didn't offer me nothing.
Well, what do you think, Wayne? Did he turn the tide, Mr. Pullum? Is playing who? Oh. You want me to tell that story?
What's that?
Oh my God!
What, you've got a T-Rex story?
My last pool room at Hollywood Billiards, I was playing every day, playing 50 and 100 a game.
Yeah.
Playing all the shortstops that came through and holding my own pretty good, winning some, losing a few. And Tony came down there. Now I knew I couldn't play him, and he knew I couldn't play him, and we started having a conversation. He knew I was sitting with pockets full of money. I'd been winning money at poker. I'd been making money in my pool room.
Sure.
I was carrying why I was carrying 4,000 and 5,000 every day, I don't know. I guess it was because I was playing a lot of poker.
Well, you might have needed it.
Well, yeah, I did. I felt like I needed it. Let's see this break shot. I'll continue him. That's a good break. That's a good break.
That's a very good break.
So anyway, Tony's chatting with me. He said, "What's the biggest spot you ever got?" I said, "I used to practice when I traveled on the road with Ronnie Allen. He used to give me 8 to 4, and we practiced for $10 a game." He said, "How'd you do?" He said, "Well," I said, "I held my own." I said, "I usually lost, but I held my own." I said, "I don't think anybody." I made the mistake of saying, "I don't think anybody could give me 8 to 4 a day." He said, "I'll give you 8 to 4." Now, there were a lot of my friends around listening to this conversation, so he kind of had me backed into a corner. I just said nobody could give me 8 to 4, and I felt like I was playing good. And here it is, my home court, my home table where I play every day.
He fished you.
We ended up playing for 300 a game.
Ooh.
Okay.
This is you and T-Rex here.
Me and T-Rex.
Oh my God!
Look at this shot. Look at this shot. That's a T-Rex shot, right?
Wow.
There. Anyway, he did that to me for 4 games.
For like 4 hours.
He beat me 8-0, 8-1, 8-1, 8-0 in about 30 minutes. So I was stuck $1,200. I said, "Tony, it's been nice talking to you." Yeah, it really happened.
True story.
Hey, listen, thank you, Geraldine, for bringing that up. There were actually guys in my pool room that bet on me. They thought I could win.
Okay, is that a ball owed?
I don't know I think he touched that ball. Tony's not saying anything. Chance. I made good breaks, and he'd slide off the ball on the side roll like where the one ball is. He'd slide down. It put me behind the ball right near my pocket, and he did it every time. It was uncanny. He turned my good breaks into traps in one shot. Dirty pool.
So Dennis owes a ball. He's slid a penny on the table. And thank you to Jeff Gray, man, for appreciating us. And your super chat says, "Just appreciating what Dan and Geraldine are doing, enjoying the stream. Keep up the good work, you guys, and looking forward to seeing you both in Las Vegas next week for the BCAPL Nationals and the CSI US Open events."
You notice he left me out of that conversation.
Yeah.
Hey, Jeff, I still love you, buddy. Meanwhile, Dennis has the upper hand still. But can he take advantage of it if he gets the opportunity? Tony's, look at this. How can you can't shoot that combination from there, Tony. I mean, you're not Superman.
Let's see. He's T-Rex. It's even better, man. He's going for the 11.
He decided against that.
What the? No, he's playing the same shot he just played.
He's going to do it again. Well, he wanted to get behind the ball, but...
Well, of course he did.
But trust me, that ain't bad.
Well, he might be able to feather. In fact, he may be able to shoot these both away. But his cue ball, that's what he needs to worry about. Because if he leaves a bank on the 14, it's going to be all over again for Dennis.
Well, I think if you can hit the high side of the 8 ball, you slide off the 8 and you go right back where you were on the other side of the pack. Why try to be a genius here when you got a good safety?
You mean just feather the 8?
Feather the 8. Send the cue ball to the side rail behind the pack. Yeah, right there, Dennis. Yeah, you can make that happen. You know that shot. How about like that, Dennis?
Well, he left a combo.
Yeah, he didn't go far enough. Well, he didn't go far enough. He needed to hide that 14 ball.
He can cross that 14 and play this dead combo.
It's a little tricky playing the 14. You got to hit it stiff. You can't just roll this one. Oh, look at this. Look what he's doing. Watch this shot, folks. Yeah, that was...
Watch.
Yeah, I mean, when you see a guy jack his cue up in the air like that, it's automatically high risk. He was trying to stick the cue ball. He wanted to kick it away and have the cue ball stick right there.
So I mean, both players owe a ball.
Yeah, I give him credit for trying, but...
So Dennis has a chance. At least I see 3 balls available right now. And then there's that 10-3 combo at the bottom of the stack. Also, I think the 12 ball might be leaking out of the stack as well. There's this 4-7 combo possible. There's a lot of opportunity here for him.
I want to see how confidently he hits the first ball. I mean, well, this is almost a hanger when you're that close to the object ball.
Yeah, he's looking at the other side of the table here. It's good.
By the way, we're going to play today until somebody reaches 30.
Yes.
So Tony needs 9 games and Dennis needs 14 from where we are. Score is 21 Chohan, 16 Orcollo, 0 Helfert. No one cares.
Nobody cares?
No one cares.
Oh, everybody
No one
cares.
cares that Helfert has 0.
Oh, everybody cares.
Busch, 0.
Yeah, yeah. That's true.
I don't want to be alone at 0. He's got a perfect angle here. He made 2 balls. He's got the perfect angle off the 11. Can he put together a meaningful run? And by meaningful, I mean at least 6 balls. Now remember, he owes 1, so he's only got 1 to the good right now.
I think he's going to, well, I don't know what he's going to.
He's going to go around the pack and play that combination. He's got something in mind. I mean, he sees something there. You know, I'm surprised. Dennis usually can stretch out and shoot this shot with no problem.
I want to look at the stack from the other side, see if there's anything going on.
Yeah, look, he's down on it perfect. He's got no trouble getting the stance. He got where he wants to be. Now, can he shoot a dead one as good as Tony does? Or create a dead one?
Well, yeah, but that's the problem as Jay. I don't see what's dead here. He has to play a combo.
He sees something. Well, that's what I mean. I mean, he's shooting at some kind of combination that he thinks will go. You definitely don't want to shoot this and miss.
The 15 is available, but you have to hit this. You have to hit this right.
I don't think it's a 15. I think it's that ball that's in. It looks like the 6 ball that's in the pack there. In between those 2 stripes. That look?
It's the 10-15 combo he's looking at.
I don't know, man. What I do know is Tony reads the pack real well, and Dennis not so well sometimes. This is one of those shots where if you're going to shoot it, you better make it. Well, he's having second thoughts again.
No, I can appreciate him taking his time on this shot because it'll change the whole game if he misses this. I mean, he'll have to play a good cue ball. And that's the thing. This might only be worth one ball because he might play the cue ball
down.
down.
Not if he makes it. Not if he makes it.
Yeah, okay, good shot.
You see? It could be worth several balls. He can shoot the 3 and slide off the 14, and he'll have a good shot at the 14. You just want to tap the top side of the 14 ball after you make the 3. It'll move the 14 closer to that side rail, and he'll have a good shot at it. Yeah, like that. Well, now he's looking at it as if he's not going to touch the 14 ball. Let's see. Yeah, that's good. I like that shot. See how nice that look came out?
What I'm seeing, it's changing a little bit right now for Dennis, is besides the fact that he's winning more games, his shot percentage is higher. He was missing so much in the first couple days.
Right. He's got 5 balls now. I think he's got 5 good ones. Wait, 4, 5, 6.
Well, he owes 1,
no,
remember?
He's got 4 good ones.
So he made
5 and owes 1.
Look. There's 10 on the table. He owes 1. So it's 4. Yeah, there's 10 on the table. He owes 1. So he has a count of 4.
We agree.
4 to minus 1.
Okay. He's trying to figure out somewhere he can go here for the next shot. Let's see. Well, you know what? He had that 3-ball combination. He shrugs his shoulders. Meanwhile, if he made that shot and got on this 3-ball combination, he could have ended the game.
Yeah.
I hate to sound redundant, but you're not supposed to miss that shot. You see how close that ball was to the hole? I mean, you're shooting at a ball that's, for lack of a better word, that's a hanger. I don't care if you're using a bridge or not. I mean, if you want to show that shot again, a top player is never supposed to miss a shot like that.
Well, you know, he put a lot of English on it, and he was using a bridge, and you know, he's under a lot of pressure. But you're right. Should never miss.
I'm telling you, you can't offer me an explanation that'll tell me that there's a reason why he missed that shot. Now, I'll tell you what, I know Tony did his old reliable move, which is put Dennis on the end rail. But if Dennis can cross this 13 ball, that bank will go. It can be made.
It's a tough cross. Very tough cross.
You know what you got to do? You just got to make sure you cross the ball and you don't double kiss it. He's going to shoot it. Because if you cross that ball with pocket speed, even if you miss it, the ball will be in front of the hole, and the cue ball is going to come up behind the pack. You just got to hit it kind of good. You got to execute. Well, he decided not to cross it. Just shoot 2 rails into the pack.
I like that shot.
I don't know that it advanced his cause.
It took the ball out.
Yeah. He chose not to take a chance on crossing the ball.
Sing it, James.
We got James. Can you hear that? Can they hear that?
I think they can hear James Brown in the background. Okay, what movie is this from?
I have no idea.
Come on, brother. Pool Hall Junkies.
Oh, okay. Well, sure. How did I not know that? Did you know I was in Pool Hall Junkies?
Why do you think I asked you the trivia question?
Well, let me tell you something. The trivia question is, it wasn't me. They used my name. People think that was me.
Oh, which part was that?
The tournament director. They said,
Yeah.
Toupee J. Helfert.
Yeah, yeah.
It was actually a character.
That was the
actor.
same scene that Robert LeBlanc was in. We saw him briefly.
They asked me to play the part.
And they said that's Bobby Cotton, right?
They asked me to play the part of the tournament director, but I was working a tournament that week, so I couldn't go. They hired Richard Portnoy, who kind of looks like me. Enough so that many people have congratulated me on the job I did in Pool Hall Junkies. I don't know about this shot now. You got to cross this ball and bank it. If you can cross it and put the cue ball behind those balls, kind of like that, that ain't bad. But Tony's got a bank on the 6 now. Tony's got a good bank. He won't have to hesitate long on this one. See it, shoot it.
Nope.
Notice the good pocket speed, though. Notice the good pocket speed. If your pocket speed is good, you always put your opponent under pressure. Now, Dennis can just kick behind this ball and knock it up table. He could cross this one too, but it's a little. I wouldn't cross it because you might double kiss. If you kick behind this one, you are not going to scratch. Well, Dennis, be careful. You start jacking up from that distance, anything could happen. Now he's thinking about kicking off the side rail. I don't like that. I say you kick off the end rail with a little bit of right English, but he's not listening to Coach Jay anymore. He fired me.
Let me ask you. You know, you had Dennis stay with you quite a lot. Did you coach him? Did you guide him? I mean, I know you steered him a little bit. You staked him a little.
We spent a lot of time together. Let's just say that. And we spent a lot of time together with one pocket, too.
Yeah.
I don't know about this shot. Is he coming off that? Why, Dennis? Why? Why did you make that ball? Look at this. He left him. Oh, boy.
So that'll even out Tony's score to 0.
And Tony's got an easy bank.
Yeah, this is like this is like free donuts on Sunday.
Once again, I'm baffled by the shot Dennis just took. He didn't need to do that. Maybe he thought somehow he was going to make that ball in his pocket, but as you can see, it kind of backfired if that's what he was thinking. Tony's got a chance to do some damage. Ooh,
He missed.
He missed it.
And it's coming back.
Well, so we're watching some sloppy play this game by both players.
I know you disagree with it, but I can see why Dennis chose to make that 4 ball of Chohan's or 6 ball.
I don't get it.
He wanted to move all 3 balls away, and that was one way to do it.
No, he didn't move one. He shot that ball straight in the pocket. He gave him a free ball, and then put another ball in play. So whatever it was he was trying to do, it totally backfired. And he was fortunate that Tony missed a relatively easy bank. Once again, I would say the majority of the top 1 pocket players would have just spun behind the 6 ball and kicked it up table and left those other 2 balls alone. But
So we got ball count 4-0, Dennis. And
He almost lost his lead there, but 4-0, yeah. Why not just, go thin off this ball and go around the pack? Yeah. No, Dennis, that ain't it. That ain't the shot.
That's not the way to do it.
You come really thin with right English off that ball, and what you do is you move the ball. It's going to go a little closer to the pocket, stay on the end rail, and the cue ball is going to be behind the pack.
Well, there are a lot of shots there in that stack that I see that I wouldn't want Tony shooting at, like that 4-5 combo bank, or the 7 bank, or the 3-12 combo bank.
Well, the way Dennis is playing, he may choose to bank that 2-ball cross corner, although, man, that would open up the pack. He could 3-rail that 14 ball towards his hole, but again, he hasn't walked around and even considered that possibility.
Well, there is the 7 would get in the way there.
Well, he doesn't have to make it.
I know what you mean, though.
He doesn't have to make it. He could 3-rail it towards the top of the pack
and bring
put
the
cue ball on the end
table.
rail. Instead, he wants to shoot this ball, which is, again, thank you, Grady Matthews, fraught with peril.
Well, he may want to just feather this and bring him into the stack. I think that's another option for him. Or can he follow it? Yeah.
He put another ball on his side. Once again, Daniel, my opinion is that if Dennis plays this kind of back and forth safety game with Tony, it hasn't worked out well for him.
Okay, so I think it's there. You see that shot, that 4-5 combo?
Not really. Oh, bank?
Combo bank, yeah. I think that's exactly what Tony's looking at.
He can't shoot that shot with those balls on Dennis's side of the table. I don't think Tony's even considered it. What?
Are you sure about that? This is Tony Chohan you're talking about.
Well, yeah, no. Listen.
Look what he's considering here. This is a kick shot. He's going to kick this 6-10. That's what he wanted to do.
That's a better shot.
That was
Look
a
at this.
beautiful
He put a ball
shot.
in front of his hole and buried the cue ball.
Shot.
What do you think? You like that shot?
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. I want to see more. I want to learn more.
You see, Dennis has not much choice. He's got to come off the bottom of the 5 and get the cue ball down there in front of Tony's pocket. Anytime you leave the cue ball in front of your opponent's pocket, they got a big problem shooting from there. Now, can he hit the right speed? If he can put it within like a third of a diamond. Oh, he came off that ball. That's okay. That's the shot. That's the shot. Doesn't matter if he comes off the 5 or the 14. He didn't quite go far enough, though. If he'd had the speed to put that ball closer to the corner pocket, it would have been a better shot. Not that it's bad. It shouldn't cost him the game, but...
Well, Tony's looking to shoot here.
Yeah,
you can always tell with his body language.
He's staring at that 3 ball, but he knows there's danger there.
See how he winds up his cue there? That's basically a sign.
Oh no, he's shooting this one.
You
right
could
here.
be in trouble from here, Dennis.
He's gonna shoot. He wants to shoot that 13.
I mean, every time if I was playing Tony, and every time he started to do that, I think my blood pressure would go up.
Looks like he's shooting the 3. Yeah, I like the way he held the cue ball. Watch how good this turns out. Watch how good this turns out.
Well, actually, Dennis has an escape here. You just come off the top of the 3, and he wants to hide him behind the 13. That's the shot. If he plays any other shot, I'm going to be a little disappointed.
That is the shot. Can he execute that shot? Now watch. You see the shot. I see the shot. Dennis sees the shot. How long is it going to take for him to shoot it?
He's going to shoot this pretty quick. I mean, he might get up 3 or 4 more times here.
Yeah, he did.
Not
just
perfect.
Barely.
No, but it's not perfect. He needs to come. He needs to connect with that second rail and then freeze up against the 13.
That would have been good.
That's what he needs to do.
Yeah. Well, he's a little bit off. Now watch where Tony's going to leave him. against the pack. What do they say? Nice talking to you.
Oh, he can kick this up table.
I don't know. Oh, yeah, it looks like he's got just enough room to shoot around that 8.
He wants to use a 5 as a route to get there.
Well, Tony is keeping Dennis totally on the defense here.
Mm-hmm. I like this route only because it allows Dennis to actually have an opportunity to play that second rail and try to freeze him behind the 13. But this is a much more difficult shot.
You know, Dennis, he could actually just come off the edge of the 8 and put the cue ball in the end.
To the rail. Yeah.
Now he's looking at kicking that ball away, kicking the 13 away.
You know, Robert Tobin, he told me when you play one pocket, you should find 3 shots that work every time you visit the table. Find 3 shots and pick the one that is not just the best one, but also the easiest to execute.
That's good advice.
That's when I was first learning the game 10 years ago. Gosh, time flies, I tell you. Feels like yesterday I was talking to Robert Tobin at Hollywood Billiards talking about one pocket.
How long do you think it would take for this match if Dennis had to find 3 shots every time? He's got trouble finding one.
It's a great starting lesson for any player.
No.
Anyone who wants to play one pocket.
Robert's
That's a
pretty
great
smart guy, just in case
you remember him, right? You know Tobin.
I know him real well.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
He played
Robert
your shot,
is a
Jay.
pretty smart guy. Well, sometimes you got, I said it before, you got to take what the table gives you. Meanwhile, Tony's banking this 3 ball, and it's a free shot.
All day.
Hit that one pretty good. Again, if his pocket speed's good, it's okay. That was fair. He would have liked to left it right in front of the pocket, but that's okay. And notice where the cue ball is, behind the pack. He's like, you see, now there's 2 balls in front of Tony's hole. He's slowly tightening the grip here on Dennis, on his throat.
Actually, I if I was Dennis, I wouldn't mind this second ball here because it actually removes margin for error if I'm trying to kick it away. If I come slightly short of the 13 or long on the 13, the 3's there to help me.
Let me tell you something. He can kick behind these balls. He can kick behind these balls and do some good.
He could bank the 5. He could bank the 5 and make it too.
What? No.
What do you mean? What? No. The shot's right there, Jay.
Well, that's what he wanted to do, but he didn't want the cue ball over there. He was actually trying to clear both balls out, but he needed to hit that 3 ball first. If he hit the edge of the 3 ball, it would have been a good shot. I think he just tickled the 3, but not enough to move it up.
Excuse me. Excuse me, guys.
You all right?
Yes, I'm okay.
Have another drink.
Thank you. What's going on here?
Wait a second. Misfire.
Shh. You don't want him to hear you. You can hear a pin drop in here.
Oh, okay.
Last thing I want is Tony saying that we're,
well, we were
bringing down the house on him.
Listen, I've complimented him for 2 days now.
No, I know, but
Yeah.
Jay. Forget it. No lecture, just...
Okay, thank you. You're saying, keep it down, dude.
So,
Dennis has a
but
goal
that was a misfire. Definitely a misfire.
Yeah, that's the way
it's not that I don't agree with you, is what I want to say.
No, okay, no worries. Meanwhile, Dennis has a chance to win this game and get back within 4 games. He's trailing in the match 21-16. The closest he's been since the beginning of day 1 is 4 games. That was a moment ago when it was 20-16. Now it's If he wins this game, it'll be 21-17. He needs to find a way to close this gap, though, before Tony gets to 30.
Well, Dennis playing for 2 balls now.
Well, this is perfect. Look at all those balls. He's going to go above that 14 ball, I believe.
Yeah, he can take his pick here.
Yeah, he's going to take
14 though. You know,
Tony
T-Rex going to concede. So he has won the last 7 of 9 games, I believe.
That's right. He's 4 down, and he was 7 down. Actually, it was a lot worse. At one time, it was 19-10. So you figure it out from there. It's 21-17. That means Dennis has won, 7 of the last 9 games. Thank you. Took me a while to figure that out.
It's okay, buddy. It's okay.
I'm working on
look.
that, man.
Re-rack. Oh, well.
Yeah. Boy, he made a nice break, too. Look
Yeah,
where he put the cue ball. I'll share a little tip for One Pocket fans out there.
Yeah.
When you make that break shot, if you can use more, the more inside English you use, if you can get it spinning when it hits the bottom rail, you can make that cue ball hug the side rail.
Yeah,
you got to learn
a little
to control
bit.
that shot.
Jump it. Yeah, pull it out a little further.
If you can make that cue ball hug the side rail, it's an even better shot. He ain't going to like this as much, I don't think. No, he did hide the 3 ball. I thought Dennis was going to be able to see that 3.
Well, the break isn't. It's becoming clear the break is not working for Tony today. So there's something going. I noticed he put a ton of inside on that.
Yeah.
You know,
but he hit the one ball. He hit the 1 ball too full.
I mean, the cue ball is beautiful, but.
So here's the shot. It's almost like the shot we saw a couple games ago, or even last game. Come off the right side of that 4 ball, slide the rail, get the cue ball behind the 3 ball. That's all. If you put the cue ball, hide it behind the 3 or the 2 ball, it's a good shot. The question is, can he do it? And again, this is one of those shots where I'm not sure that Dennis, that's it. You got the right idea. I'm not sure if he perceives it. No, you don't want to kick this ball. That's no good. You want to use it. That's it. There you see where he's putting his finger? He'd like the cue ball to end up there. You can do it. You can slide off the edge of the 4 ball, hit the bottom rail, the side rail, and come right back towards the 3. The angle is there for that shot. He knows it, but will he shoot it? I mean, another option, he could cross the 11 ball and put the cue ball up on the far end rail. That's the kind of thing Tony would do to him. Let's see. I think he is finally shooting that shot. Yeah, exactly. Here you go. Thank you, Dennis. You made me look smart for once. What's wrong with that shot?
There's nothing wrong with it. I think he's he's trying to fine tune, you know, those somewhat kind of those nuances of One Pocket, like, you know, the difference between getting behind the 3 and getting behind the 5 and getting behind the 2 and the 5 are big differences to him, you know.
Do you think he might be overanalyzing some of these
situations?
In
some cases, yes, he may, because Tony is really what has a tendency to do is he has a tendency to want to shoot for his hole, so it doesn't matter where that cue ball would have ended up. He still would have gone for that cross that he just missed.
Look at this. He hit this ball pretty good.
That's a good shot. That's a
Now
good
see
shot.
that shot? It doesn't matter what happens there. It's going to turn out good.
That's a good shot.
When he runs that ball into another ball, it's not bad because Tony can't see that ball. He can't see that stripe on the far rail. I don't think. No. Now Tony's. Look at this shot Tony's trying to shoot. Watch this shot. Can he execute this shot? Shoot the 4 into the stripe, have the 4 come back and hit that ball on the bottom rail? Well, he didn't do bad. He didn't. Look at that. He just turned the game around.
Yeah,
That's all.
he did.
Although Dennis has an open shot at the 11. The question here is, where do you bank the 11 into what? And the 11 actually looks like it will go, like there's a window where it could go. Let's see. If he can get that 11 through that window between the 2 and the 3 ball there, or the 2, what is that? 2 and the...
So
Yeah,
you're saying the bank may just be wide
what's
open.
that ball up there by the 5? Is
No,
that
you're
the
right.
three?
The bank might be wide open between the 2 and the 3.
Yeah, okay. There's a little window there. Well,
He hit that for a safe cue ball, and so it doesn't. There's no
he opened the window.
Air in
He
that.
had to open the window first. Anyway, it came out good.
This
as you
could
can
go
see.
either way. This rack. This could go either way.
Meanwhile, even though he ran into those balls, that shot worked out good for Dennis.
So Tony's looking at a 2-railer into the 4, I believe. It's a combo 2-railer, or just, yep, there's the second rail, and there's the insurance.
He's so good at doing
He
this
just
kind of
knows
thing.
what balls are going to do when they contact each
Man,
other.
man. He's always going for his hole, but he's doing it in a way that he changes things around.
He knows how to move furniture, I tell you that.
I'll tell you, I agree. See, here's a shot where Dennis can shoot off this 5 ball and slide down and hide the cue ball behind the 10. It's a really
The 12,
strong shot.
yeah, that's-
Big 12.
that's-
It's a really strong shot if he can do it, if he can lay this ball, the cue ball, on the backside of the 12. I guarantee you Chohan has that shot in his arsenal. All you got to do on this shot,
Hey, Tony, Dennis, move out of the way a little, will you? So we can see what the hell's going on.
well, we can see it from on this other angle, the preview angle.
He's not going to move.
Can you get this camera?
Yeah, I can get this, but it's not as revealing. But
Okay. Let's see if he can.
yeah,
do it.
he'll probably do that.
Well, that's what he wants to do.
Nah,
But he didn't
weak.
really do it.
That was weak.
He didn't really do it. See, he's shaking his head. He left that ball out in the open.
That was weak. These should be shots should be no problem for him.
This is the
I don't know if the table's got him nervous or.
This is the minute difference between a really good play and average play. Really good play, that cue ball would be hidden behind that 12 ball.
Tony's got a outside English bank here. Oh no, he's coming off the ball.
Look at this. Look at this. He hits all these shots so good. Meanwhile, Dennis has a bank. If he can make this 2-ball bank, he can run some balls. But
If he misses, he sells out the whole game.
well, yeah, but once again, a good player is going to bank this ball in. You're going to forget about. Sometimes you got to forget about the balls.
Jay, I don't like where this 4 ball is. Maybe he'll just cross the 4 actually.
Well, the 4 should be the next ball.
So you're saying cross the 4?
I'm saying shoot the 2 and bank it across corner. That's what he was looking at. Oh boy, he ain't going to shoot it. I don't think he's going to shoot it. I mean, it looks like it banks. Oh, maybe you're right. He's shooting the. I'll tell you what, banking that 4 is a lot tougher. If the 2
I
doesn't
don't
go.
like the 2 because the 4.
Well, I guess the 2
The
won't
4
go.
might get in the way.
Yeah, if he's not shooting it, that means that.
The cross on the 4 is there.
Watch this shot. You got to stiff it. You got to stiff it. You got to hit it good.
He's crossing it. Oh, he's.
No, he didn't
Oh,
cross
wow.
it. Wow, he hit it good. And he
Boy,
got-
we argue too much. We need therapy.
Baby, this is my therapy right now. Dennis almost spun above those balls. You see how solid he hit that one? That's the best I've seen him hit a bank today.
I don't know what he's doing here.
He wants to make this ball. He just wants to make that ball in the corner. That's what he's doing.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
That's good. That's good. He's going to like this.
I'm crazy. I thought he was banking the 15 up the table. I saw him shooting that direction.
That's why you got me, to criticize you.
Yeah.
Or correct you. I'm here to correct you.
Yeah.
So it's 1-1. See, here's where you have a choice. Do you go off the bottom of the ball and go around that way and try to put the cue ball in the pack? Or do you go off the left side of the ball and send the cue ball to the end rail? I say every single time you go off the left side of the ball and put that cue ball all the way up on the end rail. And Dennis, he keeps
So you
trying.
see that as a standard shot that someone should just normally shoot?
If you got a choice between these two options, see, he's thinking about shooting this ball.
I don't know where, you just...
No, he's thinking about shooting the bottom of the ball and having the cue ball spin 2 rails into the back of the pack.
No.
Highly risky
I think
shot.
it's a terrible shot.
Well, Garrett,
I think that's
you,
a terrible...
when he looks like that, that's the only thing
you
thinking
thin this 13, or is it the 11?
Well, the other thing he could be thinking of is just shooting a stop shot. Just shoot a stop shot.
That's another shot, too.
And shoot that ball into the other balls.
Yeah.
That's what he's doing. Let's see how it works out.
Hit a rail. The cue ball hit a rail.
Oh, yeah, that was a good shot. See, this is one problem. Another problem Dennis has. He gets in these safety battles, Daniel, where all the balls are down here in play. And every time Tony gets the best of him, I think that if he put Tony on the end rail a lot more, he would begin to frustrate Tony a little bit. See, Tony can shoot from here. Tony can do things. Tony loves it. If he's down here around the pack, he's happy. When you put a guy on the end rail, they're very limited as to their options.
Did you meet Lenny Robinson yet, by the way?
No, who's Lenny Robinson?
He's John Robinson's nephew.
No.
Robinson Hughes. He came here earlier. Do you feel like texting Lenny for me, Geraldine? Looks up to you. He looks up to you, Jay.
Why?
Well, he's a few inches shorter than you, first of all.
Thank God. He's the only guy I know like that.
But no, he's, he knows that you knew his uncle. And
what do you mean I knew his uncle? He's not dead, is he?
Robinson, yes.
John Robinson's dead?
He passed away about 2 years ago.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
What a great guy, too. What a great guy. Boy, he made a nice shot there.
Yeah. Does someone owe a ball?
Wait.
Hold on.
No, I don't think so. Nice shot. But I think it's going to be in play for... Let's see how it works. Yeah, this is in play for Dennis. Tony was trying to hit that ball down close to his pocket, but that's kind of risky when you leave the cue ball right there. This is what you want. You want a wide open bank. Free shot. And you get more balls if you make it. And
Well,
knows it. See, he's in a hurry now.
There's a penny on the table from the last game.
Okay. Tony does not give Dennis a lot of opportunities like this, and if Dennis is going to win this match, he's got to take advantage every time he gets a chance like this.
Well, yeah, he's going to go for this bank.
Well, of course he's going to go for it. The question is he going to make it?
It's a pretty high percentage shot for Dennis Orcollo. And if he plays the cue ball speed right, He'll leave it in the pocket, and he'll double it up with the 10 or the 11. You know what I mean by double up, right, Jay?
He made it. This is good. He's got shots now.
Yeah.
A long shot's better than no shot.
I think
you got to shoot the 10.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. He might back cut this 10 ball.
Because shooting that 11 ball on the side rail doesn't do you a lot of good. You'd have to bank the next ball.
You know, funny to observe this, but most of these games have stayed down table. Even the games that went up table, we've seen very little of these. You know, these like this 2-railer on the 15. We've seen very little of that in this whole match.
Well, there was a couple times where Dennis had a shot like that and he passed on it. Of course, here you got to shoot. This is the right shot right here. This would be a hanger for Tony.
He knows he needs to shoot the 10. I mean,
well, again, he needs to make these shots, not just shoot them. Good shot.
Solid. Winning
well,
nicely.
you know, he made a nice run out a couple racks ago where he had to make 3 or 4. I don't know about that shot.
I don't disagree with that shot.
Well, he's got to make the 11 first for sure.
If he can shoot the 13 in, it's okay to shoot it.
Not yet. Not yet. Not yet.
That's what, never mind.
Make the 11 ball and bump. If you can bump the 3 ball, then the 13 is easy.
What if you bump it bad? Then you just close the door on yourself.
Bump it bad. There ain't no way to bump this bad. There's no way to bump these balls bad if you go across the table. Daniel, if there is, I'll tell you. But, I mean, if he hits the 5, if he bumps into the... But it's hard to bump into the 5.
If he were... Okay. Let's see what happens.
If he hits the...
If he bumps the 6, he bumps it bad.
Well, he ain't going to go up there. That's way out of play.
He bumped it bad. You see? There is a way to bump it bad. Now, he's got to bank on the 2. But he's...
Hey, Daniel, I apologize to you a million times.
It's okay. It's okay. Just once is enough.
Okay, I apologize. I didn't think he could bump it bad. You just got to.
Well, no. He's got backup. You know, there is an insurance ball. He can bank on it.
If he'd hit the 3 ball anywhere, top, side, left, high, low, it would have been good.
We need to play some later, though.
I'll see you in L.A.
Okay. I'll play on Hard Times, Tight Pockets.
Listen, I'm down to my last 2 million, so take it easy on me. Nice shot, Dennis.
Yeah, it's okay.
Nice shot. Does a 3 go? I think so. Let's see. Can we see that angle over there?
Yes, we can.
Oh, it's a 5. The 5 goes. Look at this.
I don't know, does it? Let's take a look.
So. It's pretty juicy. It looks pretty juicy. It's close. Hey, listen, he only needs a half pocket when he's that close.
Yeah, I think the 5 goes.
I'm not used to seeing Dennis in this kind of pose. Usually he's standing upright and kind of really staring the table down.
I think the 5 doesn't go. That's the problem.
Well, I got it.
Why don't you just bank the 15? If he banks the 15, then that's his last ball.
Let me share something with you. You don't have to make the 5. You can roll. You can overcut the 5, roll it in front of the pocket, and lay the cue ball behind the 3.
It's a good idea.
Once again, all you one pocket. I know all these guys on onepocket.org know this shot. You just lay this ball by the pocket. Go hit it slow. Doesn't matter if you make it. Yeah, like that. Look at this.
Wow.
Tell me what's wrong with that shot. Thank you, onepocket.org, because for once you guys agree with me. Usually if I go on there, they tell me I'm wrong about everything.
Welcome to forum life.
I only hear from people when I'm wrong. If I'm right, nobody says anything. They say, I got one right. So what? Tony's in a bad... Look at this. He's in a bad spot here. Wow, wow.
What do you mean? He's in a perfect spot. He's in a great spot.
What did we just see? I mean, what did we just see? Can I see that one again? When there's a break here? I mean, did you see that shot?
I saw that shot, sir.
That's a shot there, folks, you only see once in your life, where a guy will make that shot and put the cue ball. He's going to shoot another one, but God, Tony. You know, this guy is a monster. Somebody called him a monster. He is a monster. He just made a shot that there ain't no other human, Efren included, would have shot or could have made. This is a severe off-angle combination. Can he make?
Well, he's got to play good cue ball.
Man,
and so he's thinking of drawing back behind the 5.
Yeah, why not shoot the bank? He's finally come to.
Well, no,
he's playing
9,
safe.
13, 6 bank.
Wow. You're right.
That's off.
Let's see that shot again.
You want to see that shot again? All right, I'll
Oh,
show
my
you that
God.
shot.
What happened there?
In slow motion, let's check this out. You have to look at it here.
Oh, that's why you can't see
There
it.
you go.
Okay, now I can see it.
Bam!
I mean, come on. He made the bank and stuck the cue ball behind those balls. Oh, my God. Put that one on the all-time highlight reel.
Are you kidding me? My highlight reel is going to be like 15 minutes long.
Let me tell you something. That'll be valuable.
All right, so here we are, back to reality here.
Dennis once again in his favorite pose. He says, I'll stare at these balls and see if they change position. See, that's the kind of shot. Those last 2 shots Tony just made where he jacked the cue straight up in the air, those are the kind of shots that will dishearten your opponent, even if you're Dennis Orcollo. You'll say, what am I up against here?
And it happened to him several times over the past few days. Multiple times. Yeah. Efren just called. He just said that was a pretty good shot.
Come on. Efren wishes he could make that shot. Well, okay. Efren could make that shot. So, there's 2 guys.
Anyway, Tony, I think only has 3.
You notice the 1-6 is wired for Tony's pocket. So, Dennis has got to be really careful.
Well, he's got to get it out. That's what he's got to do.
Well, he ain't going to get it out that way. The only way he'll get it out is kick behind it. I'll tell you what, kicking behind it and into those balls might not be such a bad thing.
He looks inadequate, you know. Oh, wow.
He pulled a Chohan on him.
Wow.
But the difference between Dennis and Tony is he didn't hold the cue ball for the 5 next. But he did make the shot. 3, 6, 9. Dennis has got 6. He can pull within 3 games. Have you ever had George Michael sit in with you?
No, we haven't. I've always thought about asking him, but he's
very knowledgeable. If I take a dinner break, is it okay if I ask him to sit?
Yeah, just ask him to come on over. I mean,
You'll see.
We're, you know,
he speaks well. And
POVPOOL's all inclusive here, you know.
Well, I wouldn't ask anybody that I didn't think was, you know, good for this job. Why you asked me, I have no idea.
Because you're a blue blood in the pool world, Jay.
does that mean? I don't know what a blue butt is. Well,
I don't know what that shot was there.
I don't either. Again, that's a shot that didn't do anything to enhance his position. Although he's got 6, and
Yeah.
you know, this is one of those kind of situations where he'd like to get all the balls up table.
He's going to cross. He's crossing this 14.
Yeah, he's shooting his bank. Once again, free bank. Look at the pocket speed. Look at the pocket speed. That's what counts.
Yeah.
Now, and look where the cue ball is. Look at the pocket speed and look at the cue ball. That's a good one pocket shot, folks. Because you see there's 2 other balls in play for his pocket. Now, Dennis, there's an easy way to get this ball out. If you go hit the left side of that 14 ball as we look at it.
With outside English.
Yeah.
I know the
You
shot.
can almost hit it flat. If you hit that ball and cross that ball on that side, see, what's he doing? Just you can shoot straight at it.
He wants to drag the cue ball behind it after hitting the 7 or the 1.
Why?
Terrible shot.
You know how hard it is to do it that way? You can just cross this ball on the 14.
You're on the rail.
Table.
You got to like just shoot the easiest shot
exactly.
here.
You got to shoot a flat ball. All he's got to do is cross this ball. As he looks at it, hit to the right side of the ball.
I don't get it. I feel like, has he forgotten these shots or what's going on?
That's the shot.
He can also kick this and play a pretty good.
That's dangerous kicking it. If you hit too thin behind it, shoot straight at the ball, hit the right side of the ball. Oh my God, what's he doing? Yeah,
no,
that's
he heard you.
That's the shot.
He heard you.
That's the shot. Thank you, Dennis. Why is he thinking about all these other options that are just going to get him in trouble? He just cut off all the banks and everything by shooting that shot. Did you see how easy that was, folks?
Simple. Think of 3 shots, shoot the easiest one.
There you go. There you go.
Thank you, Robert Tobin.
Wow, Tony didn't want to do that. Tony wanted to make that ball.
In the corner?
Yeah. Yeah, you see, he's chalking his cue and taking a look at his tip.
This is a trap, though.
Not really. You see the way those balls are laying? The only ball that's in the open is the one that's closest to his pocket. Dennis could leave him a lot of places where... See, this is the kind of shot. If Dennis just focuses on hitting the 6 good, if he hits that 6 right around the pocket, Tony's got to try to clear it out. Just focus on making a good shot and getting it right around the pocket or making it.
Well, it looks good on paper, Jay, but this is a hard shot.
Well, it's a hard shot, but it's not a hard shot to get hit towards the pocket somewhere. That's okay. What's wrong with that?
Nothing. Nothing's wrong.
You see where the cue ball is? Tony would have had no shot. Tony would have had no shot.
You guys take a look at that. That's just a testament to how sweet this table's rolling, too, because that just rolled perfectly straight.
You see how important that is? He's on the hill. Getting that 7th ball is everything in one pocket. You get on the hill and your opponent needs 5 balls, you got a huge advantage. Now, Sir Dennis, if you can get all those balls up table, your advantage just triples. That's what I'd be thinking about. How can I move balls up there to that?
He's thinking about crossing the 8 and bringing the cue ball down to that piece of chalk on the rail.
Why not?
I like that shot, but he's got to be careful that if he crosses it, he doesn't hit the 1 ball with the 7.
Well, you don't want to hit either.
I think that's what he's looking at. He should be okay, though. He should get away with this.
Well, I would think, yeah, that's good. See, look at that.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, 1 more ball goes up table. And Tony has no shot.
Well, he has a bank.
Can he see it?
It's kind of a free shot.
This is a little tricky because the cue ball is going towards that far corner pocket. He's got to watch it here. Boy, he rimmed that pocket. Meanwhile, these 3 balls are all tied up. They're all tied up.
He can cross this 10 ball.
Yeah.
Is that the 10 or the 14?
See, Dennis?
14 ball, he can cross it.
Now he's thinking about 2 railing a ball that he shouldn't be shooting. He shouldn't shoot that stripe up there. Why did he want to bring that ball into play? It could only hurt him.
Hey,
Yeah.
take a minute. Wait till this game's over.
Yeah. No, Dennis, this is not the right shot. I'm sorry. What happens?
Wait a minute.
If you put
you
that ball,
crossed the 14, sir.
well, see, he's thinking about the two-railer. But if he puts that ball in play near his hole, Tony has a chance to turn the game around. Yeah, I agree.
Cross the
with you.
14.
Cross
and
the
cross
14.
it. Cross it wide if you want to the 5.
Exactly. It's a big ball. It's a big ball. This is not rocket science on this one. Yeah. Well, you want to hit
He
the
did
5.
cross it wide, didn't he?
Yeah, he wanted to hit the 5, but you know what? Look at this. It's not bad. It's not. Even though he didn't hit it optimally, he didn't do bad because he chose the right shot. Now, Tony's going to clear both these balls. He's going to. Well, I don't know about that. I don't like that. Now he's thinking about playing a billiard from one. This shot here could be game over. Oh my God! Did he make that? This guy is scary.
For which player, Jay? Game over for which player?
This guy is scary. That's all I can say. I mean,
Well, wasn't he scary when he gave you 8-4 and beat you in
Shut
32 minutes?
shut up, man.
$1,200 lesson? You don't remember that?
Geraldine,
in your own
why did
pool?
you ask me to tell that
In your
story?
own pool
How
hall?
many years am I going to be hearing this?
In your own pool hall, disrespecting you like that? You don't remember that?
You're happy now, Daniel. You really got me. You're happy now.
I'm not happy. I was happy when I got up this morning.
Okay.
Happy to be providing this coverage with you guys. Happy to be showcasing this great pool.
Hey, listen, I'm happy every day I wake up. Look at this. He wants to shoot this ball 2 rails. Look at this. He hit it pretty good. He hit it pretty good.
Wow.
Now Tony needs 3 because he made another shot of the century. You can make a highlight reel just of Tony's shots. What's the score? 21-17?
Yeah, the game. I mean, and that's the thing is we're seeing such great shooting from. That's what I don't understand, the percentage of bad shots versus good shots, and
Wait a second.
And,
Where are we going here?
still
Yeah,
Dennis is winning games.
See, you can shoot all these balls away here. Yeah, kind of. Ooh, you wanted to hit those balls. Move them all up to. It's okay though. It's okay because those balls don't help Tony right now. Tony's going to 2-rail this ball. See, he doesn't waste any time. He knows exactly what he wants to do, and he hits them good too.
Yeah.
Well, that was
I saw
not
him
the best
miscue slightly, I think, there.
Yeah, that was. He actually was hoping he'd go down and hit those 2 balls. That's what he would like to have done. Break those 2 up. Dennis does have to be careful because if he leaves Tony a good shot on this one stripe, bad things could happen. He's got a chance to pull within 3 games here. Does he want that ball to go in? I don't think so. Well, off-angle bank from distance. Well struck. Well struck. Good pocket speed. He created problems for Dennis right here.
Well, he could play the same shot that he played last time.
It's a little harder from there with that ball that far off the rail. It's a little bit harder, I think. You got to be careful here. You could double kiss it. No, now I don't like jacking up. I'd go rail first on the side rail
I don't
before
like
I
jacking
jack
up
up.
either.
Jacking up is a little. Look at this. He's good. Look at this. Look what's happened.
Man, Dennis is going to lose this
that's
game.
because he jacked his cue up.
Dennis is going to lose this game, man. He's
You
going
know-
to give this game away.
You know, Daniel, what he could have done is just slow rolled it and hit the side rail.
Didn't we just discuss that? Yeah, I mean, we're going to mess around and lose this game.
We're going down to the last ball, folks.
Here's it.
As soon as I saw Dennis put his cue up in the air, I got worried. That was not a shot to try.
Uh-oh.
Looks like he overcut this
He
one.
overcut it big time.
I think
that was a little adrenaline there.
He gave Dennis a little air. But he's put a lot of pressure on Dennis. A minute ago he needed 5 balls, and now he needs 2. Dennis is getting a lot more careful. Tony's putting this ball in play. Boy, is Tony trying to 3-rail this ball? Look at this. Look at this. He did 3-rail it. He did 3-rail it. Oh, my God. Meanwhile, he almost made the game, would have been the game ball for him because he would have had that straight in. How good did he hit that ball?
I think Dennis will just play the same shot he just played. Play the stripe coast to coast with the cue ball. Long rail, long rail. Yeah.
Well, that's no good. That's no good. I don't know, man.
Just, you might as well forfeit this game.
That was a brain fart. What was he thinking of? Scary, scary. Whoa. Well, Dennis can kick himself for that one.
And if I know these guys well enough, both players will take a break after this game. So,
I'm going to
chance for you guys to get some popcorn.
Oh, he hit that awful slow. Wow. That was very un-Chohan-like. Dennis got to follow this ball in. So 2 balls will come up. All of a sudden now Dennis is going to need to if he follows it in. He did. Well, at least he's still in the game. That's a big point in his favor because we definitely didn't expect Tony to miss that shot.
There's really no excuse for this game.
Well, this game started out with some sloppy play, but Tony came with some real circus shots.
Well, he played some very, very good one-pocket shots that they come up, but not every player sees them.
He's trying to bank this ball.
He'll cross the 7 for the game.
Not even close. Not even close. But he left Dennis wire to wire.
Looks like he may be able to play.
He could cross-bank this ball, too. Well, he's got to spin it. He's got to hit it kind of like Tony did the last one. You got to spin this ball with left English where you bank it and you get around the other side of the table where Tony doesn't have a shot at the 6. This ball, I guarantee you Tony would be shooting it. Now, well, Dennis is looking at cutting the 6. Easy, Dennis. Slow down.
I actually like that shot because he cuts the 7, too. He crosses the 7.
Well, we don't know. Now he's shooting the 7 ball. But he's not spinning it. I don't know what he's doing. He's just playing a safety, it looks like. If he's crossing it, he better be really careful with no English. Oh, wow.
Oh, wow. What a nice shot that is. That's a good shot. I like that shot. But see, here you go. Isn't this like a mirror image? Almost.
Well, what makes
this is almost like a mirror image.
You know, Daniel, what makes that
of
shot
what we
good
just saw.
is look where the cue ball is. It makes it very hard for Tony to cut that 6 ball in, although I wouldn't put it past him. Look at this. Look at this. He knows that by cutting the 6, he'll probably knock the 7 away anyhow.
That's what I was trying to call on the last shot, but Dennis didn't want to shoot it.
But it wasn't quite there on the last shot.
I think it was. I think it was.
It was a maybe. It was a maybe.
It's a maybe here. In fact, the maybe here is that he might actually miss the 7.
Yeah, he could, but he's got a lot better chance of hitting the 7 than Dennis did the last time of hitting the 6. Let's see what happens.
Yeah.
How about win the game?
Well, that's the shot that Dennis should have just played. He did not play the right shot.
Well,
I'm sorry.
Dennis should have won the game, shouldn't he?
Yeah, he should have. Shoulda, woulda, coulda. All right, well, guys, we're taking a break. Tony's taking a break. Daniel's taking a break. Jay's taking a break. And you guys feel free to take a break. All right? I'll give you guys that. Clock out before you take a break. But don't forget to clock back in. when you join us for part 2 of today's broadcast. Thanks a lot, guys. Keep loving pool.